good morning, class. Okay, last week we learned how to solve linear mapping. Let's try more hands on it. So in this case, we have an example like this. 0 maps to 2, 1 maps to 4, 2 maps to 6, 3 maps to 8, and 4 maps to 10. And these ones are x values and are x values, and these ones are what? Are y values. And we know the formula as well. Y equals ax plus b, where a is. So this is the formula y equals ax plus b, where a is equals what? What's our a? The difference between the codomain and the domain. The difference between the codomain over the difference between the domain. Great. So from our example, what is our difference? Now let's state it. So A is equal to, what is the difference between the codomain? The values. So if you take this one, it becomes 4 minus 2, which is equal to 2. Good. We can prove it, okay, by taking any other value. So 8 minus 6 is equal to what? 2. It means the difference is what? Constant. You understand? We said that for you to be able to know that the mapping is linear, observe the difference between the codomains. If they are constant, meaning it's what? A linear mapping. Great. So in this case, we are going to fix in our values. From our examples, what's our first y-axis? These are the y-axis, right? And these are the x-axis. So we will pick any of the y values. So we can pick what? The first one and the second one. The first one mapping to the first x-axis. So where y is equal to 2 and x equals what? 0. Great. So now we are going to fix in the values into the equation. You understand it? Okay. So what will be our substituting into the equation? Substituting into the equation. Becomes what? What is our y? 2 equals what? What is our a? 2. Good. 2. Then x. Plus. So x value is what? 0. Good. So x value is 0. Plus what is our b? We don't know. So now focus is to find what? The b. Now let's solve it. This becomes 2 equals what? 2 times 0 is 0 plus b. So let's group like things, So we can bring the b here. So b equals what? 2 minus 0. Therefore, our b is equal to 2. Do you understand? Our focus was to find the b. Now let's fix it back into the equation, the main equation. So the question was find the rule of the mapping. Now let's look at it. Our y is now equal to what? What is our a? 2. Then what's our x? We don't write it. Plus 2, which is what? Our b. Now the rule, therefore, the rule for the mapping is 2x plus 2. Let's prove it, whether we are correct or wrong. Do you understand it? Now we will pick any of the values and substitute the equation. So we are proving it, whether our rule is correct or not. Do you understand? So how do you prove it? We have the equation already. The equation we had what? Y equals 2x plus what? 2. So how do you prove it? So wherever we see x, we put any of the x values there. Do you understand? To see whether we will get our y value. So y is equal to where? So where x is equal to any of the x value 2. Let's prove whether we will get 6 as stated. Where x is equal to 2. Let's see. So it becomes y is equal to 2 brackets what? 2 plus 2. So 2 times 2 is what? 4. Any number in brackets means it's multiplied. So 4 plus 2, which is equal to 6. Did you get a 6 there? Yes. Good. Let's prove again. You can prove it twice, okay, to confirm our answer. So where again x equals what? 4. Let's have can find the y values from this side, the codomain column. Then you can find the x value from the domain column. Then our x value, we have it here. Then how do you find our b? How do you find our a? Our a becomes the difference between the codomain values. Okay? Then the over difference between what? The domain values. Do you understand it? From observation, what's our difference? We chose any of the values. So it becomes a 4 minus 2, which is giving us 2. Then 8 minus 6, which is also giving us what? 2. It means that we have constant difference between them. Do you understand? So the constant difference between the codomain over the constant difference between what? The domain becomes our a. We now substitute it back into the main formula. So in this case, the formula was what? Y equals ax plus b. Then our y value, we have it here, equals a value, we have it as a difference, 2. Then x value is what? 0 plus b. 2 times 0 is what? 0 plus b. Now in this case, we are grouping like terms, making b stand on its own. Make b the subject of the equation. So it becomes b equals 2 minus 0, which is giving us what? 2. So after finding your b, you now put it back into the equation. We have the equation was y equals ax plus b. So in this case, we have y equals what? 2x plus what? The b that we found now. You understand? After that, we prove our rule, whether our rule was correct or not, by picking any of the values, any of the x values, and substitute into the equation that we have, the rule that we have, whether we are going to get our y value. And we did it. So in this case, we can what? S equals 2. When s equals 2, let's prove it so that we get our y value as 6. So we substitute into the rule that we found. Y equals 2 bracket 2 plus 2. So 4 times 4 plus 3 is what? 6. That is why we had it here. You understand it? You cannot prove it twice. You can prove it twice to confirm your answer. So by confirming, we chose again s equals what? S has 4. Let's prove it so that we get 10. So in this case, we substitute into the rule. So 2 bracket what? 4. Wherever we see s, we put 4 there. Plus 2. So 2 times 4 is what? 8 plus 2, which is giving us 10. Correct again, we have what? 10. So in this case, our rule for linear mapping is what? Correct. Do you understand it? Yes. Do you get it?